Hello YouTube. How y'all doing, man? Well, it's been a fantastic week, to say the least. But we've come this far, and I'm really grateful and happy for you guys watching and tuning in and watching the Dogecoin actions as well. But anyways, this is not a recommendation as usual, but I think I have about 20 stocks that I'm gonna keep my eye on this coming week. I got so much going on during the weekend, so I just decided, it's very important I have this done today. Okay, so let's start off with Dogecoin. Dogecoin actually, from the last video I put up, I'm looking for the break of this 70 cent spot. You see, every time we pull down to this spot, we always, reject it. I'm expecting a push towards the 70 cents, 85 cents into the Elon Musk Saturday night. Keep an eye on it. I do like it. Volume is decent. Okay, volume is decent compared to the previous days. That's pretty much for that. And for the market, let's start off with the market and see what the market is doing. Said the other day that SPY will continue moving higher because we are not haven't sold off yet. So what we did was we pulled back into the 20 exponential moving average, tested twice, and then we held it. We rejected the support and then pushed higher. That is what we did for this past 2 days, making a new highs in the market. So on this one, I'm looking for this trend visit, this trend touch, which will give me my target of 425. That is my next target on the SPY, the Spider ETF. Okay, so that is for the market. Now let's get into the list. For the first one, I will be talking about an unusual volume. Stocks that actually gathered more volume today, being Friday. Okay, so the first one is going to be PHOI. This one, you see what I'm talking about, the volume compared to the previous days. The volume is huge here. That's such amazing volume compared to these right here. So that is what I'll be looking for on these names. Okay, so we pulled over, we just brush off the 20, the 200, and then the 50 EMAs, the moving average. So close above this level, which is the 50 and the 20. So I'm expecting this area to hold and consolidate around that spot. This is the break. Okay, we double bottom here, or triple bottom, 1, 2, and 3, triple bottom here, and then we push higher. Overall, this trend broke. Now what we'll need is this level to hold, $2.55 to $2.59 as our base of support. If we can hold this area, we will continue to push higher to our next resistance of $3.325 spot. The next one is gonna be CYCN. CYCN is the same pattern. However, I'm looking for this trend right here. This trend broke out and then pulled back. Okay, so we're still below the trend, but we closed right above the 20 moving average. Volume is good. MACD is coiling up, and over here we have our 50% RSI. So I think we should be able to break in the coming week to test this 200 moving average. Usually I don't touch stocks that are below the 200 moving average, Okay, so this one is not going to be on my list. I'm just chatting this up, and just keep an eye on it. I will be looking for, like, to confirm the 200 moving average spot. Next one is going to be IBIO. Okay, this is the same thing, below the 200 moving average. Okay, I'm waiting. The reason why I put this up is because I'm waiting for this to actually reclaim this spot. So if we can reclaim this spot, this 200 moving average spot, we are good. Okay, so the next one is EIRX. This is ears. Okay, ears is above the 200, which is good. Okay, out of these 4 stocks, I think we have 2 now. This one, we are breaking out right here. Okay, we did consolidate for quite a while around this box. Okay, so now what I'm looking for is a reclaim of the 20 and 50 moving average for a continuation higher. One thing you have to understand about this stock is this stock always pop and fail, pop and fail, pop and fail. So I'm expecting another pop on this name, EAROX. Okay, now let's get to the next one. The next one is gonna be MGI. MGI is above the 200 moving average. RSI is 63%. And then we are coiling up because the MACD is turning positive. Okay, so because of that positivity, I am actually looking at the volume as well. This is a huge volume compared to the rest traded days. So if you're looking at your resistance, which we already broke, is right here. Okay, we broke out of it and we held above it, so which is bullish in my own criteria. So keep an eye on MGI for continuation higher. Next one is going to be SHAK. Shak. This one, reason why I brought this up is because of the unusual volume. Though we pulled all the way back from around 107, 106 all the way to 89.48, closed 89.48. So for me, I can see that we have our spot right here, which is our support. Okay, so this is the area of support, and also we have the 200 moving average right there. So because we have the 200 moving average right there, I'm expecting this particular stock, Shak, to hold this level. Okay, this is going to be for like a long-term kind of a trade, a long-term swing with your stop right below the 85 spot. So 85 is going to be your support or your stop loss if you're entering the name at this 200 moving average. Now let's get to the next one. It's getting interesting, right? Next one is going to be ACST. ACST, this is, pretty much the borderline between the above the 200 or below the 200. So I would say I'm expecting this name to continue if there is no reverse split. Okay, I haven't looked at the books yet to know what they're gonna do. However, this push higher was as a result of the double bottom. Okay, the double bottom will push higher. Now we need to walk around this area, consolidate around this area. It will become our second shoulder or the right shoulder, and then we continue to push higher on the name. The next one is going to be SGBX. SGBX is below and bearish, is below the 200 moving average. Okay, so right here we have, let's look at this. This is one shoulder spot. This is the area we need to form. So if we can push higher back to the 368 and consolidate around there, we should be able to break higher. Just like the previous chart I showed you, this is the first bottom here, and then we have the second one. So this is a double bottom. A double bottom, it signifies or indicates a reversal in most cases. So keep an eye on this one. That's the reason why, though it's below the 200 moving average, I brought it up because of that double bottom. Okay, hopefully we don't do the same thing we did here with a double bottom here and then we just sold off. So keep an eye on that one. Okay, that is not going to be on my list because it's below the 200. Okay, RVLV, this one is way above the 200 moving average, but we are above the 200 moving average. The beauty of it is we are holding, the 50 moving average as support. Okay, so now I'm expecting this stock to actually, hold above this trend we just broke out of. Okay, so we broke out and I'm expecting it to consolidate around this area. Perhaps we can retest this trend that we broke out of for a continuation higher, though the volume is huge on this one. Because of this, we may continue higher to to reclaim the $60 spot and $65-70 on this name, RVLV. The next one I will be talking about is APG. APG is above the 200, which increase amount of volume. We are actually holding a technical level. Okay, we actually holding the 50. Every time we pull back to the 50 moving average, we bounce off the 50 moving average like a rubber band. When you hold the rubber band and you stretch it, it tends to want to pull back to its former state. So right now we bounce off this level to push higher and then pull back to to trend resist. Okay, so right now we are consolidating around this 20 moving average. Our next support is going to be the 50 moving average. 2075, 2069 is going to be the spot. Overall, keep an eye on it if we push higher, because I like the fact that we have volume. We could continue pushing higher. RSI is at 52%, so which is good on APG. Next is VRAY. Okay, VRAY, this one I do like it because we're above the 200 moving average, and also we are actually we broke out of this level, pull back to want to test this trend. We couldn't get to that level because why? Because we have our exponential moving average. We have the 20 and we have the 50 right there acting as a support. If you fail the 50, where you gonna go next? You're gonna go to the 50. If you fail the 20, you go to the 50. If you resist the 50, you go to the 20. So in this case, we are actually looking at a mini resistance right around this spot. So right here is a resistance of which we close right below. If we can consolidate around this spot like we did right here around the 475s 490 spot, then we will continue pushing higher on the name. Let's consolidate around this area, then we'll be able to test the next resistance, which is $7.725 area on VRAY. The next one is going to be pretty funny, is CTHR. So for this one, Charles, the reason why I said it's funny is because every time we've been holding this 20 exponential moving average as our support, right? Now we broke below that level. Where is our next support? Our next support is going to be the 50 moving average, the 50 exponential moving average. That is going to be our next spot of support. So keep an eye on this one to act as a support in the coming days. If we cannot hold this area, our next support is just right around the corner as this spot. Okay, if we cannot hold this area, we push through roughly to this spot. The next area is 225, 220. The next one is going to be COMM. COMM, what I'm looking for here is very simple. We have this trend forming here, which is taking the pattern as the broader market. Okay, so overall we are holding this trend. If you notice that every time we pull back to the 50 moving average, we tend to bounce back up. So we did the same thing here, we bounce back up. So your next level is for a visit to the, your support is going to be around the 17 spot next. That's going to be your the support next if we fail to break out or to retest this trend. The idea here is for us to pull to this trend, and then we can reject if the need be. Okay, that is for COMM. Next one is going to be BILL. This one we are pulling back. We are pulling back to test this level of support. Okay, what happened? We haven't touched the support in quite a while. Okay, so every time we pull to the 50, we always get back below and push higher. So are we gonna get back below here and then push higher? I don't know, but all I'm looking for now is for a test of the 200 moving average on BILL. The next one I will be looking at is AWX. This one, this is pretty interesting stock. See how the candle really is. We pop and we fail. We pop and we fail. We just did the same thing today. Okay, so I'm expecting, a continuation of this same act. Overall, I see that we have a resistance around this spot, resistance right here as well. Okay, so that is what I'm looking at. Okay, so we need to break this $6 spot we did test. Okay, we can consolidate around this 450, 475 spot for a continuation higher. Overall, I like the fact again that we have huge volume compared to the rest. That is AWX. The next one is going to be USAP. USAP, the reason why I have these on my list is because of this trend right here. We have, yes, we have resistance just right around the corner, which is our 918, 933 spot, but we are actually consolidating around this level right here. So if we can, hold this level as a support, we'll push higher and then break this 20 and 50 level. The next one I will be looking for is going to be, or looking at, is going to be OIS. OIS, the beauty of OIS is this right here. We broke out of this area, tried to test the resistance, which is this spot over here. This is the area we are going to on OIS, $7. That is where we're going to. Okay, this trend right here is holding. We broke out of this level and then $7 is the spot. Okay, the next one is going to be NSYS, and that will be it for today. Okay, this one we've actually have quite a move. Okay, what I'm looking for right here is this spot right here, which we did today, from $6 all the way close to about $8. So what are you telling me? I'm expecting the same move at some point in the coming week for a push higher to at least test the 665 again. That is it, guys. That is the market for next week. These are the stocks I will be looking for, and I will be watching for the next coming week. Okay, have you guys a fantastic evening and weekend. Bye bye.